Good morning, everyone. My name is Amitra. I'm from Group 6. Today, we'll be presenting about petroleum system. So, what's a petroleum system? A petroleum system encompasses a pot of active source rock and all genetically related oil and gas accumulation. Basically, a petroleum system includes all your geological elements and also geological processes, which is essential for an oil and gas accumulation to exist. Okay. So now, what are the example of your geological elements and also processes is geological elements, for example, would be your source rock, your seal, and also your reservoir. As for geological processes would be your migration, generation, and also accumulation. Those are the examples. So now I'll break down for you petroleum and systems so you have a better understanding. Petroleum actually describes a compound that includes high concentration of any of these following substances, which is thermal and biological hydrocarbon, condensate, crude oil, and natural bitumen. So basically, petroleum is actually used to represent a mixture of your solid, liquid, or even gas hydrocarbons. So that's how you represent petroleum. And a system like what I said just now, they describe the interdependent elements, the geological elements, and also processes, which will form the functional unit. That means it will form the hydrocarbon accumulation when you combine your geological element and also process. So now I'll explain on how you name a petroleum system. So there's three things you need to know when naming a petroleum system. First, you need to know your source rock name, your reservoir rock name, and also your level of certainty. These three. For level of certainty, we have three types of level of certainty, which is your known, hypothetical, and speculative. Known is a positive oil, source rock or gas, source rock correlation. So to represent known, we use an exclamation mark here. And for hypothetical is the absence of a positive petroleum and source rock correlation geochemical evidence. To represent hypothetical, we use a full stop here. And speculative is a geological or geophysical evidence. So to represent speculative, we put a question mark. So basically, this is how you name your petroleum system. Okay, so that's all for me.
Assalamualaikum. Now I would like to continue our group presentation. Okay, I would like to talk about the petroleum soft rock hydrocarbon generation. Okay, what is this? This is a formation of hydrocarbon liquid from organic rich source rock with the kerosene and bitumen to accumulate. This generation is depend on the few things, which is percent of organic matter in the downfield reach to produce the hydrocarbon. In next is a temperature and pressure because it need high temperature and high pressure to produce hydrocarbon. Then next is the sufficient time, which is we need a few times to make the rocks more maturity to produce hydrocarbon. And the last one is bacteria and presence of catalyst. Okay, next I would like to talk about migration. Okay, migration is the movement of hydrocarbon from the source of rock to into the reservoir rocks. Okay, this movement, this migration have two types of migration, which is primary migration. Primary migration is a movement of newly generated hydrocarbon out of their source rocks. Okay, next is the secondary migration. Secondary migration is the movement of reservoir rocks into the hydrocarbon tract or the area of accumulation. Okay. Lastly, I would like to talk about the accumulation. Okay, accumulation is the phase in a development of petroleum system during the hydrocarbon migrate and they remain trapped in reservoir. This accumulation is necessary for the hydrocarbon to accumulate and be preserved.
Hi, my name is Fadila. Alright, I will continue elaborate about elements of a conventional petroleum accumulation. Next is reservoir. Reservoir is place where things are kept. It is a rock which hydrocarbons are accumulated and stay. It have characterized of high porosity and permeability. Why? Because enable it to store and transmit hydrocarbons. Next, it has type of sedimentary rocks because they have more porosity compared to igneous and metamorphic rocks. I guess you are familiar to this all type of rock, so that I do not need to explain more details. Last but not least, it formed under condition which hydrocarbons can be preserved, and it's one of crucial element in petroleum system. Next, move to the next element, which is seal cap rock. The difference is it is an impermeable rock and forms above or ground or reservoir rock. It has primary root to act as barrier to break further migration of hydrocarbons. Seal cap rock can be either shale, anhydrite, and salt. Last element but not least is trap. This trap configuration of rocks which suitable for containing hydrocarbon and sealed by impermeable formation, which hydrocarbons will not migrate. This type of traps are formed in geologic structure like fault and flow. Stratigraphic trap. This type of traps result from changes in rock type. Appropriate timing and adequate temperature is required to the generation of hydrocarbons and its accumulation, and finally for preservation. That's all.
Hi, I am Afrina. I will continue the presentation with example of petroleum system. The first one are local example. As we can see here, there are three traps. The first one are filled with oil. The second one are partially filled, while the shallowest trap are empty. So this arrangement suggests that oil migrated to the trap from mature source rock down deep to the north by filling the trap in sequence. So by understanding this system, we can be more confident in recommending which prospect to drill first. As you can see from figure 2a, if we know that mature source rock was located directly under the reservoir, we could expect that all traps are filled with equal amount of oil. But if we know that source mature rock are down deep to the north, then we would drill the deepest prospect. Next one are vertically drained petroleum system. So this can be found in Reef, Delta, Ranges, and Overthrust province. Some of its characteristics are accumulation occur above or near to the point of active source rock. Lateral migration distance are short, and the largest accumulation are seldom found early in the drilling history. Instead, many medium to small accumulation are found. Next are laterally drained petroleum system. It generally contains within a long, uninterrupted ram. Provinces with this system have low to moderate structural deformation, and if we can find it in four deep and cratonic site basins. Some of its characteristics are all accumulation, generally occur in thermally immature strata located far from the point of active source rock, and accumulation containing oil that migrated long distance on average account for 50% of the intract oil. And the largest accumulation is usually found early in the drilling history of the system. After that, mostly small accumulation are found. That's all from me.
Okay, so I will continue the presentation by then just about applying the petroleum system concept. Basically, petroleum system concept was applied in basin, system, pit, and prospect. So first, basin is sometimes used geographically to name petroleum formings. So for pit and prospect, they are some used by explorationists, which is to present a geology argument to justify drilling for undiscovered. So basically, we have a relationship of pay in petroleum system, which is in pay, the petroleum accumulation are commercial and discovered, but in petroleum system, it's already discovered by Magun in 1995. So usually a play is predicted without any particular petroleum system in mind. However, when a play is based on the petroleum system, we call it as complementary play. So this is the petroleum system concept is used in two ways in exploration, which is the first is by mapping a petroleum system. And exploration is learns new concept to add new oil and gas fields to petroleum system, and the region is shown in the equation above, which is petroleum system total equal to petroleum system partial plus with complement 3(1), complement 3(2), and complement 3. Then second, the petroleum system concept also applied in reducing exploration risk. There is some problem in exploration risk. So to solve the problem, the exploration geologists find and evaluate prospect. In addition to helping evaluate petroleum charge, track, and timing, the petroleum system can help in the exploration process by determining exploration intensity and existing risk. So this is the graph to show how the petroleum system help in exploration. So this is the basin and petroleum system modeling. Okay, thank you. That's all from us.